Hey, you guys, it's Peg coming to you from beautiful downtown Mill Creek, Utah, the spare bedroom. Hope you're all having a wonderful day and holiday if you observe one at this time of year. Today, I'm just going to do a quick reading about what's coming next for us and what we need to focus on. I think it's good to know that clarity is part of this month uh, of the astrology, and we need to become clear on what we want going forward within what we have to work with right now. So that's kind of a big ask, but it's something we need to consider at this time. And then we need to also get clarity about what's going on in the world so we understand exactly what's going on as much as we possibly can without losing our minds, because that's a definite possibility. But we need to know so we can witness and then move on and build something better. Um, at the ninth of the month, we have Mars moving into Aries, and so that means now we turn to movement. So it's time to get clear on what we want and how we want to go forward, and then we're going to move. And it's going to be, if you think it's been fast so far, it's going to be faster. So, because Mars doesn't mess around, Mars moves, action. So that's that. Today I'm using this deck of cards. It's called Ostara. And Ostara is the pagan celebration around spring. And there are also connections to Easter with the eggs and the decorating of the eggs and so forth. And, just new life, rising, etc. So I'm going to use this deck, which I've been shuffling for quite a little while now, as I watched iHip News. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for everyone. This is for everyone for the next week going forward. And I just have the High Priestess just popped out. So we're going to set that aside there. Okay, I'm going to finish shuffling here, and then we're going to get going. One last shuffle, and we're going to cut, and we're going to go. So here we go. What we need to know, think about, do for the next week, information for us to move forward. So here we have an upside down card, which I don't normally read. We have the Hanged Man. So this is, again, it's time to stop and get clarity and figure out what it really is we want to do as far as the near future. And then it's not a bad thing to dream and just be in a different place, be in a different kind of space, kind of a little vortex there, and dream of what we want next. And then crossing the Hangman, we have, this is the Ace of Wands. That's a big energy saying, yes, 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 that's what we need to do. And it's going to be fiery. It's a fiery month because we're in Aries. And it's a fiery month because in some parts of the world it's going to be very warm this year. So fire energy, moving forward quickly. And it is, yes, it's a big deal. Get clarity because we're going to start moving on the 9th, okay? Then in the past, we have the Lovers. And this is a card of coming together, making contracts, making deals, negotiations, can literally be lovers. But in this environment, it's mostly about, I think, outside of us, all of the deals and stuff going on that we are trying to make sense of now that are affecting our world so very strongly. That's in the past. Okay. Oh, I think I'm going to turn my deck around. What do you think? This card is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is has a kind of a, not out of control, but very excitable energy, kind of trying to do a lot of things and conquer the world type energy. So this is internally, we want to feel like we can conquer the world and we can move forward, and we want to shoot our arrow and have it hit true. And it's also about feminine energy. As we know, feminine energy is rising, which is good. And she has a little bee, which I love. That little bee that she's thinking of, the little bee in the, it's like a little cartoon caption bubble. And bees are all about being, they're very organized. They're very, they do something very sweet, and they take care of the world in their way. And if we would be very much in trouble if we did not have bees. So we want everything to come together and be holistic and be in the best interests of all. And right now, women are strongly feeling that way, and we want to take aim and make that happen. Very Sagittarian card. Okay, so that's feelings. And then this is feelings continued. We have some kind of feelings about the king. We all do, right? And this is the King of Pentacles. So it's about things and money and stocks and bonds and all that kind of stuff. We have some kind of feeling about the king. Externally, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords, I think this is a beautiful card. The Queen of Swords is, she's about truth, and she's about fairness. And she's not an emotionally compromised person. She sees things clearly, with clarity. This is where we need to go. And she then adjusts her course and moves forward accordingly. Okay, this is more outside the Wheel of Fortune. Now I want you to notice this is another woman. We've got a lot of female energy in this reading, outside of the king and the Hanged Man. Wheel of Fortune, what does this mean? Well, it means the outside world, the energy of everything that's happening, all the whirlwind of everything is going to change. And the Wheel of Fortune is a karmic kind of change. So we need to get, grounded and know what we want, because change is going to happen. And then we are going to have to be adaptable and creative to work with whatever comes up. All right. Next card is the Page of Swords. We got lots of swords going on here today. Let's get this guy over here. And the Page of Swords is a messenger. All pages are messengers, and he's got his cute little fox with him. So he is also has covered his face, so we don't know who he is. So frequently the Page of Swords can be someone who comes forward with information, and it can be unexpected, and it can be kind of wily, like the fox you see there. So they sometimes have an agenda to bring information forward, and in a kind of a secretive kind of way. So there might be some interesting information that comes forward that's creates some havoc, I'm feeling. Next we have Temperance. And as we all know, temperance is the ability to create alchemy, or to take two separate opposite things and bring them together. So if you think about it, our world has been for a very, very long time highly polarized in many ways. Chief among them, feminine and masculine, but there are many other things that have been highly polarized. There are things about our personal beliefs and what the public needs, those kinds of things. So this card is saying we need to bring everything and everyone together for the greater good of all. And we do that through alchemy and magic. And we can do this. And if you see in the lower part of the card, you have, it looks like a dog. What's another fox? and a tiger. And this is a feline and canine energy. So that's somewhat opposite as well. So this woman is taking all of the energy and she's putting it together, and it's going from black and white into gray. Temperance. That's where the word tempera came from, as far as the paint colors, because they have to mix them to get those colors, right? So this is something coming up for us as well. All right. First outcome card is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the first thing that hit me on this is, of course, money. But look at that sweet little mouse. And it's standing under the beautiful flowers in the spring garden. And it's like it's saying, here, have some of my fortune. Let me share it with you. And I think this is going to be the way of the future, as we are going to be sharing more. And I think as the working class is going to be receiving more. That's not going to happen tomorrow, but I believe very strongly, and I feel very strongly, that this will be happening for us. So that can be something you want to think about, get some clarity about, and how do you want to see that happen? What are the most important things for you to see society receive that has been taken away or never given? Here, I'm sharing with you. Could also mean that I never know what to call them, but because they're so evil, but the oligarchy, I think at some level they're going to be forced to share. So that could be talking about that as well. And then we have the Six of Water. And Six of Water is moving on to smoother, easier, more pleasant times. Okay. Six of Water. Beautiful. It's really a pretty deck, I think. Okay, and then the card that fell out is the High Priestess. And what's going to be happening this month, and of course in the future, more information is going to be coming out, more secrets. So I know it feels like we're on secret overload. It kind of feels like I don't want to know anymore. I can't take anymore. But this is part of the process, and we need to be part of the process. This is very important. So I'll just put that here above the reading, and I'm going to take a peek at what's underneath the deck. Oh, it's the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. And yeah, she's just kind of trying to balance the cups. And I feel in this card she's trying to pretend that you can't see her or know her. And this has been, again, a lot of the prevailing energy, a lot of the things going on. It's kind of like, haha, and I'm bringing you the cups. And, but look, they're almost about to spill. So not only is all the information spilling, but the cups are not going to hold anymore. And she will be revealed. This is where we are. She will be revealed. Okay, that's the reading. Any questions? You can put them in the comments if you do have any questions. This is what the reading looks like. Let's pull it all together here so you can see the full thing. And we do have a bit of glare. I apologize for that. It's a very sunny day here. But it's a very beautiful reading. I think it's a very accurate reading. It feels right to me. I hope it's helpful to you. Just remember to get some grounding, do some work on understanding where you're at and what you want, and know that everything's okay, you guys. We're going to get through this. We're all here together working on it. And I want you to also take very good care of yourself in these trying times, because sometimes we forget. So please do that, and I'll see you again soon.